Hey everyone, this is Jen Kitzmiller. I'm a meteorologist here at the Weather Service in Missoula, and I have your fire weather briefing for Thursday, July 25th. So to start things out, I have a loop of the water vapor imagery from satellite taken this morning, Thursday morning. A couple things to point out. You'll notice here over the Four Corners area, a large area of high pressure. You'll see there's quite a bit of moisture shown by these green and blue colors. That's all monsoonal moisture working up and around this ridge of high pressure. A lot of that moisture has gotten squashed further south of our neck of the woods. You'll see it's pretty dry up this way, but we will see some of that moisture working up this way, particularly into southwest Montana as we move into tomorrow, Friday. We had that strong dry cold front move through yesterday. That's pushing its way through eastern Montana here. And the next feature that we're keeping an eye on is this area of low pressure up in the Gulf of Alaska. That'll be moving into BC here as we move into the Saturday time frame, and that'll be bringing some increasing wind across the area. So looking at our weather threat matrix, Saturday and Tuesday look like our potential days for wind. That's why we have those highlighted area wide. And then otherwise you'll see on Friday and Monday across southwest Montana we have an increased threat, and that's mainly due to potential for thunderstorms. So looking at the overall pattern, as we move into tomorrow, Friday, that ridge of high pressure that I showed you guys over the Four Corners area strengthens, and so we'll see pretty warm and overall dry conditions for Friday. But as I pointed out, there are some little waves of moisture moving around that high pressure center. And so there's going to be potential to see some isolated thunderstorms across southwest Montana, primarily for the Beaverhead Deer Lodge National Forest. It doesn't look like it'll extend much further than that. The other thing to keep in mind, we had some pretty strong thermal belts develop overnight last night with all this dry air that's over the region. Those thermal belts will be in place again tonight. So we'll be seeing some pretty poor RH recoveries on the mid slopes for tomorrow morning. As we move into Saturday, that low pressure system I showed you in the Gulf of Alaska starts to move inland into Canada, and that's going to flatten the flow over us, put us in more of a westerly flow, and we'll see those winds really increase for Saturday. It looks like another fairly dry cold front passage. So not expecting much in the way of showers and thunderstorms other than possibly in the far eastern portions of the Beaverhead Deer Lodge. But the wind and a little bit drier humidities will be the main concern for Saturday. Moving into Sunday, Monday time frame, that ridge of high pressure does strengthen a little bit. So that's going to bring another period of warming and drying RHs across the region. But will also cause winds to decrease a little bit other than the typical afternoon breezes. However, that high pressure system will bring some increasing monsoonal moisture, again mainly across southwest Montana, for primarily the Beaverhead Deer Lodge National Forest, possibly the southern portions of the Bitterroot could see some thunderstorms as well. Currently, if I had to pick a day, Monday looks like the day where we could see the most widespread activity in those areas. But again, from especially the low northward, we're really not expecting thunderstorms to make it that far north. So it'll mainly be that southwest Montana, maybe portions of north central Idaho that see thunderstorm activity. Looking out into the 6 to 10 day outlook, really we're not seeing any long-lived hot and dry periods. It looks like for the time being we're going to continue to run in this climate where we see a couple days of warm, dry, then we get a little bit of wind and we cool things off. So at this point we're not seeing any of those big, hot, dry, long-lived ridges of high pressure. That's all I have for you today. Our next briefing is scheduled for Sunday, July 28th feel free to give us a call if you have any questions in the meantime.